Let's look at a little named dog from the First Intermediate period. This is dog number 248, technically the 24th on the named dog list, and part 60 of the dogs of ancient Egypt. This dog is found on a fragment of a stone stela located at the Petrie Museum of Egyptian Archaeology in London. It was excavated by Sir William Flinders Petrie in Coptos in the 1890s. Coptos was originally called Gebtui in ancient Egypt and is now called Kift today. It was a really important spot in Upper Egypt because it was the departure point for quarrying and mining expeditions to the Eastern Desert and for reaching the Red Sea via Wadi Hammamat. This beast dates to the 11th dynasty, which you might not know is actually considered part of both the First Intermediate period and the Middle Kingdom. That is because in the middle of this dynasty, Pharaoh Mentuhotep II united Egypt together. And this is when Egyptologists consider the Middle Kingdom to begin, so anyone who rules before Mentuhotep II becomes part of the First Intermediate period. Now, this piece was found in the pavement blocks of a temple in Coptos, probably started by Pharaoh Intef I. He's only the second ruler of this dynasty and the great uncle of Mentuhotep II. Now, the piece is obviously not in the best of shape as only the lower portion is preserved. You can see the bottom half of a chair where there is a man sitting on it, though it is not drawn in this specific drawing. The chair has some lovely lion details on the feet, which usually you see in later furniture styles, so it's really nice to see it coming out a little earlier. The dog sitting under the chair is quite small and has some very interesting attributes. It's very long and lean with a quite small head in comparison to its body and has very tiny little lop ears. The tail is unfortunately not really preserved, but usually if it was going to be that very typical Old Kingdom curliness, you would be able to see it in that section. Now, there isn't really any sort of standardization of dog styles in the Intermediate period, so this technically fits within the Intermediate period style. Now, the name of this dog is one of the most interesting ones in my corpus. It says at the top, Hemu Ma. Now, this has been translated a couple different ways, one as the steering oar is that of a lion. In this case, the steering oar might actually be referring to its tail, and the name could also mean the rudder is at the back end. Whatever these mean, I really don't know.